All right, go ahead, guys.
Hey Jace, how does it feel to be back out there?
That feels good, man. Just slowly, getting back into it. Not rushing anything, but definitely feels real good.
And what were you kind of able to observe, or like while you were away? Just was there anything you were able to pick up just by the course of watching practice?
Um, yeah. Just looking at certain steps. I will have to take. Just being really mentally locked in. Even stepping through plays. During install and things like that. So, just trying to be as mentally locked in as I can.
Chase, when you were at Ohio State, you said you watched a lot of film that Larry Johnson provided you of other guys. What sorts of things were you looking at when you watched film of other pass rushers?
The first step. Um, Shoot, how aggressive they are. Their angle. Their track to the quarterback. Uh, Shoot, I mean everything. Just how they play the game. Um, I mean, we'll. I mean, their hand placement. When they run fit. Just everything all across the board. I feel like it's good just seeing it. And having it always on your mind. So it's certain things that you're always thinking about to try to be better at.
When did you really get into film study? Like, when did you really appreciate it as a way to kind of give you an
Yeah, I believe it's probably the end of the second half of the season of my um, sophomore season, and then my junior year. That's when I was really, in the film twice a week. With Coach J 1-on-1. And as you see, it definitely paid off.
Hey Chase, John Kine, ESPN. I'm just curious, you come in, obviously there's a lot of attention focused on you, number two pick. And they have you out there working mostly with the second group when you were helping. I know you've been through this before. Do you kind of like having to be put in that situation where you kind of have to work your way up, or what do you think about it?
Well, I'm a worker. I'm gonna say that. I mean, so I don't have a problem with working. Adversity is always gonna come. So that's life. I mean, me, I'm just gonna roll with the punches. My biggest thing right now is just getting my hip to 100%, and yeah.
And real quick, with the hip, do you feel it is 100%?
It's right there. Just still, we want to make sure that it's 110 percent, and just something that I don't have to think about. When I'm out on the field.
Thank you.
Hey, Chase, Ben Standig with The Athletic. Uh, just curious, I'm sure you've been waiting months, obviously, to get this opportunity for training camp to start as we've been dealing with this pandemic, and then you get this injury right off the top. Just how frustrating was that to have to sort of wait as you're trying to get going here?
Yeah, it's definitely frustrating. But it's I got to roll the punches, man. Right now, my biggest focus is just doing everything, in my power to get my hit back right. And so that's what we're doing every day. I'm doing my best from the field to get mental reps. And as you see, I'm slowly, getting out there and team and things like that. But to start out is definitely frustrating. But it's all gonna be good though.
And obviously, as you're watching these guys, and now that you're out there a little bit with them, you're getting a chance to see Ryan Kerrigan, Montez Sweat, guys who are essentially kind of playing your position. What did you kind of see from them? A particular guy like Kerrigan, a guy like that who's kind of been there, done that. What do you kind of see from him that maybe you can learn from as you get back out there? More?
Yeah, RK, he's a professional. He's a pro. Just everything he does, how he walks around. Just everything about him. He's a pro, man. RK, he's one of those guys that we call a dude. He does everything right. So, I mean, he definitely gives me little tips on things here and there about the offense, about and just whole racket stuff that we talk about. But I've definitely picked up a lot of things from RK. But a lot of those things are really have to do with off the field, in terms of like just rolling out, getting your body already activated and stretched out before practice and things like that. I mean, I did it myself, but it's even stuff new that he helped me with that I added on to my routine.
Thank you.
Got anything else?
Hey Chase, I picked up that being a dude is a really good thing. What does it take to be a dude?
You have to be accountable. You got to always take care of your responsibilities. No issues off the field. Make plays and just be a good person. I mean, and being a dude, I feel like it stems from just who you are as a person. And I mean, some people can act like a dude. You can talk and say that you are a dude, but the only thing that tells you if you're really a dude is by your actions.
Nice. I wanted to ask you about your off-the-field profile. I mean, I would imagine you had a ton of opportunities, your draft position, all that. Have you given thought, how did you sort through all that and kind of decide what you wanted to be involved with and not to be involved with?
What you mean off the field in terms of what?
Like endorsements, appearances, commercials.
Okay. Oh yeah. I mean, because of the pandemic, a lot of those opportunities, was taken away to, just to bounce around and, do this and all that. And even though the draft, that was supposed to be in Vegas, it was going to be a good time for everybody. But, because of the pandemic, a lot of stuff had got pushed back. So, I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
No worries. Did the draft night turn out even better than if it had been in Vegas because you were at home getting to be with family?
Yeah, it was definitely real cool at home with family. Vegas, it would have been real fun and exciting also, especially when you see everything that, that they had planned for us, the boat and, the water and all that type stuff. But, at home it was cool. I had everything I needed in my crib.
Hey Chase, Sam Fortier with the Washington Post. You've been thinking about and preparing for the league for such a long time. I wonder, now that you're here, what is something that you've encountered that you either didn't expect or that surprised you about the league?
Let me think. I mean, this is very small, but in practice, we have, I guess, less individual than in college. College, we had during practice more time with our coaches, individual time. But in the league, it's a lot more, 11 on 11 in practice, which I like, because only way to get better at football is to play, and that's what we do here in the league. So that's one thing I do like. That's different.
What's it been like working with Sam Mills and kind of, translating your game from college to the NFL?
Yeah, it's really just with Coach Mills. He's big on details. So me myself, I just try to stay locked in on all the small details, and all them small details gonna add up. And I feel like that those small things is what makes you a good player. So that's what right now I'm just trying to be locked in on.
Hey, we'll take 3 more, guys.
Hey Chase, it's Chris Russell here. Just curious more, when you got in yesterday, did it kind of feel normal and good again? Or did it take you maybe until today to get a little oil running through the engine, so to speak, after having basically a week off from the team reps? And then also a quick follow-up, do you like playing on the left side or the right side a little bit more? Any preference there?
Yeah, I can play on both sides. Coach Johnson in college, he prepared us to play both sides, so we was always flopping. But yesterday, during the goal line period, it felt pretty good. But I guess with an injury like a hip flexor, you don't want to do anything stupid. You don't want to overwork it. And you know, at the end of the day, you just don't want to feel. You don't want to feel it. You don't want to have. You don't want to be thinking about it. So right now we're just playing it smart, man, and you know, just make sure it's 100% healed, because a hip flexor is an injury that can linger, and that's what we don't want it to do.
Thank you.
Hey Chase, Brandon Open with the Athletic. I'm sorry if somebody asked you this, but kind of what happened? It seemed like it happened so early. What exactly happened to these the hip flexor for you?
It was a drill. I think we were doing it was like a little agility drill. We had to touch a cone with the right hand and come back and touch it with the left, and I did an awkward I was in an awkward position, just because it was competitive, so we was competing, and you know, I was in an awkward position, and I knew it, but I wanted to win so bad I really didn't care, because I thought I was gonna be good, and I finished the rep, and you know, I felt it pull a little bit, or whatever it may be, but yeah, I mean, that's what happened, a little drill.
Thanks, Chase. And then I guess everybody else has a follow-up. You said that Sam also saying that the little details are the things he talks to you about. What are some little details that he tells you about? And then a little bit of a subsequent, Ron said that you all as the defensive line are really challenging the offensive line to be better because of the talent. With so many moving parts from the offensive line, do you feel like you're being challenged to your absolute best right now? So little details, and do you feel like you're being challenged right now on the line?
Little details. I mean, it's really about like certain plays, just what to be aware for. You know, during certain plays, hand placement, feet, real detailed about you know, staying on our track. You know, just how we're in position. What was the second question again? I forgot.
Question is that I noticed the defensive line having a lot of fun basically against the offensive line because of the talent. I asked Ron about, does that improve the offensive line, how much you all challenge them? So my question to you is the fact that there's a lot of moving parts. The left side of the line has not been figured out. Do you feel like you're being challenged as much as you possibly can be with all of the moving parts of the offensive line?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, this is the NFL. You know, everybody on that field is real. So you know, it's always, you know, we're always going back and forth.
Last one.
Hey Chase, this is Darren Haynes from WSA 9. Coach Rivera was mentioning he wants you guys to be responsible as far as, and when you go home, to make sure, you know, wear your mask, sanitize, whatever like that. For you, it's a little bit different. You're from the DMV. You go home to a lot more people that you actually know. And I'm wondering, how have you personally handled your social life when you leave the football field to make sure you're safe?
Yeah, man. One of the biggest things I try to do is really just stay out the way. You know, even being up here in Virginia, it's kind of a relief because I think we're about an hour from PG County, and that's where I'm from. So I mean, I've been really handling it real good. I mean, it ain't much to do anyway. I mean, only thing I do is go home. You know, we get on Zoom meetings. I mean, our schedules are pretty packed as it is. So I mean, yeah, I mean, I really don't do anything. I just go home and you know, maybe watch some Netflix for 30 minutes and just chill.
All right. Thanks, Chase.